Hello YouTube, this is way too long, coach of the FC Seviper 04, bringing you our very first match in the PFL, the Pokemon Fighters League. Well, this league formed recently on Reddit, and it's pretty cool because it allows to draft at least one Uber per team, even though I didn't bring mine, as you can see. And I'm very excited to bring you this match because it's not only our first match in the PFL, it's my very first experience in a draft league ever. And for this, our really first match, we will go up against the Chicago White Sawks, coached by Toxic Storm. And as you can see by the teams, he brings his Uber, the Axis Defense, Keldeo, Venusaur, Murkrow, Swampert and Machamp, while I bring Hydreigon, Slowking, Xatu, Excadrill, Hippowdon and my Mega Manectric. I decided to not bring my Uber, which is Kyurem Black, because I thought it might be a little bit too predictable in a league where you are allowed to use an Uber that I bring in my very first match. And I thought this team had a much better chance for success in this match. And as I see his team, I immediately thought, well, he might lead off with his Swampert to set up Stealth Rocks. So let's start the battle. As you see, I start with King Ralph, my Slowking, and he does set up the Stealth Rocks, while I take the chance and use Grass Knot to one-shot it to turn 1. Then his Uber comes, Deoxys, and Slowking cannot really touch this, so I go into Hyperion, my Hippowdon, to take the knockoff, because I was really afraid of a knockoff, and so I just lose my Smooth Rock, but the sand is up and it will last for 7 more turns, and Deoxys D cannot touch Hyperion, and in comes the Venusaur. And here, of course, I used chance to set up my Stealth Rock because I was pretty sure this Deoxys cannot touch me, but the Venusaur is a problem, so I switch out immediately into Medusa, my Hydreigon, because I was really afraid of like a physical Venusaur with Knock Off or Earthquake or Power Whip, even Giga Drain, so I go into Hydreigon because all these moves are basically no problem for Hydreigon. But he goes for Leech Seed, which I didn't really see coming, but at least now I know what kind of Venusaur this is. So I decided to go for Draco Meteor, which is a crit, which might have mattered in the end, because we do 60%, so later it won't be able to take another hit really good. Then I go for Dark Pulse, maybe to get a flinch, and see he can use Synesis, which only restores a 4th, thanks to the sand. And unfortunately Hydreigon is our first loss in the PFL due to the Leech Seed. And now I see I still have the sand up. So why not go into Excadrill, which is Sand Rush, and just set up a Sword Stance. Well, as you can see, we can take the Giga Drain pretty good. And now let Excadrill's show begin. We go for Earthquake and kill the Venusaur in one hit. Then he goes into Machamp. We go for Earthquake again and we crit and kill it, but the crit didn't really matter. I did the calcs. And the +2 Earthquake definitely one-shots a Machamp. Machamp goes down. Sand is out. Now in comes the Murkrow, which will Feather Dance me to get rid of my attack boost, and I still can go for Rock Slide and kill the Murkrow. And there we are in turn 10 and he only has 2 Pokemon left. In comes the Keldeo, which is a threat for my Excadrill, because yeah, I was sure this Keldeo will outspeed me, because Keldeo is so much faster than an Excadrill. So I thought, okay, then I might just, it's pretty much doesn't matter what I click, so I at least click Rapid Spin, to try to get off my stealth rocks, but as you see, Excadrill somehow outspeeds Keldeo. And I do get rid of the rocks, but now I'm really mad at myself because an Earthquake would have definitely killed the Keldeo. As Caesar sets up a substitute. Yeah, and we'll just go for Earthquake and kill myself with Rifle, where he sets up more substitutes. Later you can describe basically this scene as Excadrill somehow outspeeds Keldeo and kills itself. See, uses this free turn where Excadrill will kill itself to set up Core Mind. But I immediately go into Slowking, which we didn't see till the very beginning, and seeing that this Keldeo cannot really touch Slowking, he has to go back into the Oxus, which takes the Psyshock like it was nothing. And of course I know it has knock off, so I will immediately switch out back again into Hyperion, taking the knock off good. And the Oxus does take the damage from the sand, and since I know I can't, it's so bulky, the Oxus defense, so I just Toxic it, and with the sand and the Toxic I will be able to get rid of this thing in the next turns. I see just hazard stacking on me, which doesn't really bother me because nothing on my team really will lose just to a lot of spikes and stealth rocks. As you can see, leftovers, sand, Toxic brings it down to 4%, and Hyperion is able to get his first kill in the PFL with Earthquake. And now we are 4 Pokemon on my side just against Keldeo, which shouldn't even be alive if I had clicked Earthquake with Excadrill. Yeah, and nothing on my team really wants to take whatever hit this Keldeo can throw at me, except for the Slowking, but I thought this would be too predictable, so I just let Hyperion go down. Then I bring in, which was originally my plan A, to set up with Xatu, but Keldeo gets the crit on the Scald, and this crit definitely mattered. Yeah, and Xatu does not get its time to shine, but now I bring in Basketball to basically clean up and get rid of the Keldeo with a Thunderbolt. Yeah, and as this game is over, I am really happy because this is, as I said, it's my very first Draft League match. I think all the other players in the league already have experience, and I am able to get my first win in my first game, 2-0. Yeah, and I'm really happy about this. This was way too long. See you later for next week when we have our next match against Manitoba Mobile. Peace out.